I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. I'm trying to make awareness videos. I'm trying to explain you individual transits. But I also want to create special video for special cases where I'm focusing only on one ascendant. You can also watch as a zodiac video and relate to your own horoscope. But if you are of the ascendant which I'm talking, it's really important. It might help you defend and protect yourself from certain uncertainties of life. And you must know the trend analysis of how the planets are moving, what they are trying to do. And sometimes it is not possible for me to cover all these aspects in a single ascendant wise video. So giving special case to certain ascendant, I'm making this video. And this video is about Kark Rashi, Cancer ascendant and Cancer moon sign natives. How to read this and watch this video? First of all, you must know that you are a Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon sign as per Vedic sidereal astrology. So this is directly for you. Next, if you are in a moon mahadasha, indirectly this video will be relevant to you. And if you have lot of planets in Cancer Zodiac Sign, it is indirectly relevant for you. But what about those who are neither of these? What you have to do is, you have to know where is Cancer as a zodiac in your birth chart. Let's say if you are a Sagittarius ascendant or moon sign, Cancer will be in your 8th house. If you are a Libra ascendant, Cancer will be in your 10th house. And if you are an Aries ascendant, Cancer will be in your 4th house. The basic concept of house, at least that you should know. You can find it on Google, like what does 4th house mean, what does it represent, what does 8th house represent, what does 7th house represent. Watch this video with respect to the energies of that house. Like for example, if you are an Aries ascendant and watching this video, you must be directly correlating what I'm saying to only the 4th house, not to your entire life. 4th house and its attributes. If you are Sagittarius ascendant, you should directly correlate this to your 8th house. But if you are a Cancer ascendant, it is for you. Let's discuss what's happening in the Cancer Zodiac Sign. What is the future of your life? What is happening? Let's understand the trend analysis, because too many things are happening around your 8th house. And we all know 8th house is the house of uncertainties, surprises, changes, transformation, fear, and sometimes termination of certain desire. It's a very important house. And if you are a Kark Rashi, Cancer moon sign, then for you it is even more important, because you are running an Ashtam Dhaya. Saturn is 8th from the moon, therefore increasing fear, anxiety. And I will try to tell you the positive side of this, so that you get to understand that the planets have a lot more to offer on the positive side, and there is nothing to be feared or scared about. Let's start the analysis. Please subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. If you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. And if you want to connect me on Instagram, you can connect me on Instagram. All the links are in the description box below. Let's start this special analysis for the next 3 months for Cancer ascendant. Cancer ascendant is a very emotional ascendant. It's an ascendant ruled by moon. So first of all, my recommendation to you will be, please follow my Instagram channel. I upload moon transit, certain aspects of moon transit there. Like I upload moon transit over Ketu, over Rahu, over Saturn, Gandanta. And this is very crucial for you because you are already experiencing this moon related problem, and knowing this moon movement will help you a lot. This might give you a certain idea about the energies, and you can protect and defend yourself, and at least psychologically you will be in a better position to prepare. But you know what's happening? Right now Mars is exalt. Too powerful, right? In the 7th house. But 7th house is a position where Mars is Marankaraka. That means it is neither in a very good state nor in a very bad state. It's like a peacekeeping force which has been prohibited to engage. Like you have weapons but you can't engage. You are just here to show the strength and only in the rarest of the rare circumstance to defend some areas by order you will engage your arms and fire, and that means a lot of restraint. That means you are not doing your duty. You are like a gatekeeper. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. All I'm saying is Mars may not like this kind of placement. Even with the exaltation, the frustration is higher. Mars aspects your ascendant, and this is where you are getting and seeing everybody get success, but you are not getting success. And obviously this is not true for all Cancer ascendant. I'm addressing those who are actually feeling this. You are seeing everybody around you becoming successful, getting money, but you are stuck. You are desperate, you are trying, nothing is happening. You know why? Because Saturn is locking your 8th house. See, if you want anything surplus, if you want to convert something quicker, you need the help of 8th house. Because without 8th house, major transformation cannot happen. Let's say take an example. People think marriage is 7th house. True. Marriage is Jupiter. True. Everything is true. But don't you think if a person gets married, he is no longer bachelor, he is no longer single. It's a very different life. His previous life is dead. It's a new life. Something has to terminate the process to start a new process. That's the job of 8th house. And Saturn is there, and Saturn is a planet that can create a lot of fear. This fear mongering by Saturn in the 8th house is just to prevent you from taking certain actions, because sometimes fear stops you. Now what happens is, this is a blanket energy for all Cancer moon sign and ascendant natives. Then this fear will culminate in certain horoscope as a positive fear. It will protect you. It can make you fear of rules and regulations, and you will abide by the rules and regulation. Maybe you will clear off your taxes, correct everything. But in certain cases where moon in your birth chart is afflicted, let's say you are a Cancer ascendant but you have a Scorpio moon sign and Saturn goes in 8th house from your ascendant, or you are a Cancer ascendant and you are a Cancer moon sign, moon being in its own house still finds Saturn in 8th house. You will fear going out of your home. You are okay within your boundary, but you will fear to face the public, you will fear to face the situation, you will fear to face the circumstance, because you will understand that someday somebody is waiting to overpower you, create an obstacle. So you will try to restrict and restrain within your comfort zone and not create a change. That is a trauma response. And when Saturn comes in 8th house, Saturn is a planet that can create and work with darkness, not a bad darkness, but a meditative darkness. But how many people will actually understand this meditative darkness? How will you explain this meditative darkness to a 12-year-old child? If there is spiritual blessing, fine. How many children have spiritual blessing? Let's say 40-year-old male, 40-year-old female. How will you explain this darkness? Let's say someone had a very normal, mundane, regular life and suddenly this 8th house energy comes and stops everything. It's a full stop. How will you explain? How will that person cope up? You should know what is happening, because knowledge is awareness, knowledge is wisdom, and this knowledge will tell you, the words which I am saying, I'm just trying, this will tell you that you should not fear. Something different is happening. Sometimes you have to wait and watch. And there is a special case. If you are Cancer ascendant, if you are Cancer moon sign, and if you are running moon Mahadasha, and if you are running Shani Antardasha or vice versa, Shani Mahadasha, moon Antardasha, then you know what I am talking. You can write your experience in the comment section. This is not good. This means that you have to work on your experience. Saturn in the 8th house wants you to face your fear. If you run away, nothing will happen. You have to face it. You have to go in the open. But you also need protection, you also need defense, you also need people to support you, and that is where you are lacking right now. So what should you do? The first thing that you should do is pray to Saturn by chanting Shani mantra. See, I'm being very honest. In a YouTube video, I cannot give big remedies. It's so practical to understand. I have to see the horoscope, I have to see the details, the intricacies of horoscope, every single thing, and then I can give a customized remedy. Okay, instead of Saturn, do this puja or chant to this god. But in a YouTube video, I have to do and give something that is common, doable, simple, and can be done by everybody without any inhibition, or fear. So, if nothing is possible, at least chant the mantra Om Sham Shaneshcharai Namah. Om Sham Shaneshcharai Namah. This mantra is very crucial. But how many times? At least 18,000 times, if possible in 18 days. Complete the chant. And then pray to Bhagwan Hanuman. Simple remedy, Hanuman Chalisa. What this will, and then you have to sit with your problems, you have to sit with your difficulties, take a copy and pen and start writing all the problems that you're facing. Then take a marker, take a green marker and start highlighting those problems which you can resolve. It is easy for you. It's a problem, but you can resolve. Then you need not worry about it, because you will be. Take a yellow marker and start highlighting those problems which you can resolve, but you need some support, help. It is under your control, but still you are unable to reach because you are falling short by something. Start marking that with yellow. These are the problems you have to start working immediately. You have to find a solution, because action is the solution here. And then take a red marker and start marking those problems which is out of scope for you, it is not possible for you. Then why are you worrying? These problems, red problems, may impact your life in the biggest of ways, but if it is out of your control, all you have to do is find a solution where somebody else comes and take control of the matter. Maybe an astrology consultation will help, maybe a medical consultation will help, maybe a psychological consultation will help. I see a lot of people suffering from psychological traumas during this time, and by chance you have a powerful Mars in your horoscope, you will be like desperate to act, desperate to do something, but all over the place. So this red, amber and green solution is what you should do with your problems, but you have to sit with it. Give yourself a couple of days. If mind is distracted, don't go and wear a moti. Rather, just do the chant of Hanuman and the chant of Shani Dev and just focus there. Meditate on the mantra. See, Shani is karma and Mangal is urja. Karma and energy have to combine. You have to work. If you sit, if you fear and you don't do anything, if you procrastinate, there's a problem. Because Saturn in 8th house is taking a test. It is going to give you problems and it is going to wait whether you solve it or you take a step back and out of fear you are just doing nothing. Well, sometimes doing nothing is okay, but Saturn is going to be in this position. It has been since the start of January 2023 and it will be till the middle of 2025. Early 3-4 months of 2025. What will you do? And this is a message for Leo moon sign people, Leo ascendant and moon sign. What will you do? Tomorrow, next year, Saturn will be in the sign of Pisces, and for Pisces, if Saturn goes to Pisces, it's a Sadasati on Aries, it's a Dhaya on the sign of Leo. So all fire zodiac sign comes under the trap of Saturn. What will you do? You have to find a solution. You must know patience, structure. Death of a structure and restructure is the only way to get out of this. It's a kind of a deadlock. In order to get out of this, you have to do some sacrifice. The sacrifice can be a sacrifice of your time, sacrifice of your emotions. Maybe you wanted to do something, maybe you'll have to park it for some time and take a practical route of solving your problem. Saturn in 8th house also shows deep research. Negatively, you can just keep on researching, doubting people, trying to find a solution, not getting an answer. Positively, it could have given you a lot of success in research work, field of medicine, field of maybe you are doing PhD and you are getting successful. Moon and Saturn in 8th house is very good for chemical industry, packaging industry, cold storage, bottling industry, especially bottling the liquid. But if you are in a problem, you have to now work towards it, because Mars is about to enter the 8th house. And the moment Mars entered the 8th house, it's a big energy shift happening in your Ashtama Bhav, because Mars is going to make those terminating actions happen which was not happening. Maybe you were restricting it, maybe you're holding it too tight, now it will terminate. Why? Because Mars 8th aspect will fall on the 3rd house. And when Mars 8th aspect falls on the 3rd house, big things happen. Number one, problem with brother-in-law. Financial problems with brother-in-law. If you're doing a business with your brother-in-law or even with your brother, you will have arguments about who is moving fast, who is moving slow. Things will be in a problem. Next, marriage will be hit. Why? Because 8th house shows career, family, income of spouse. And there is a problem because of Mars and Saturn. If you don't show patience, if you're not ready for sacrifice, if you're not ready to walk that extra mile, then Mars is going to boil the 8th house. Because remember, originally Mars is the owner of 8th house for Scorpio, and Saturn is one of the Karaka of the 8th house. When the owner and Karaka goes in the 8th house, it is going to create a rampage, energy rampage, where a lot of things will shift, turn, fold, unfold, secrets will be revealed, you will be pushed back, you will be pushed forward. A lot of things will happen depending obviously on your chart, but changes are certain, and these changes must be monitored carefully. Now, what is saving you? You have Jupiter in 10th house. What more do you want? You have all the guidance. It's like Guru is fighting your war. In order to extract maximum out of Guru, Jupiter, spend some money for temple construction. Do not stop your spouse from sharing the views. Doesn't matter male, female, or your partner. In case of business, you have to be ready to be silent. If changes are non-digestible, maybe you will have to digest. People suffering from bone and muscle related issue should be careful. If you are into sports, there can be an injury on your lower back. Mars and Saturn in 8th house can also change the dimension of your physical intimacy. So there is a whole different spectrum there, because 8th house is something which holds your horoscope. It decides whether it will allow you to move into a spiritual path or it will push you back to the material path. Saturn, Mars is tamasic in nature. Now, on the contrary, two tamasic planets sitting in the tamasic bhava is actually good for you. Poison kills poison, iron cuts iron. Good for you. If you are in a declutter mode, if you want to clear your house, if you want to clean everything, if you want to clean your mind, if you want to change everything, perfect time. If you want to hold on to something, if you're holding on to some emotion, if you had a breakup and you're holding on to that, you will be spoiled. You will be pushed out of that zone forcibly, and it won't be a good experience. Don't expect Mars and Saturn to behave politely. A lot of you who are from Kark Rashi and Kark Lagna will be pushed into Ugra Devatas, Ugra Devi Sadhana. Don't do that as a fun unless you get a guru. A lot of people are just chanting Ugra Devi Devata mantra out of fun, out of experiment. I think you should not do that. You should not play. There's a word attached, Ugra. There is a reason why it is called Ugra. Ugra means highly aggressive. And this is not a human aggression we are talking about. We are talking about aggression of a different dimension. Don't play. If you are having any experience of ghosts, if you are getting fear of the dark and the night, then a simple Panchmukhi Kavach is very good for you. If that is difficult because of the language, Sundarkand part. Donate water, because Saturn in 8th house means people will be devoid of water. Lot of countries where Cancer is the dominating force will see water being lost, drained, corrupted, and there will be a lot of money spent on water scarcity. So Mars coming in the 8th house and then Mars going in the 9th house meeting Rahu may force you to take an alternative path, which is bad. Shortcut. You will think, okay, let me take this shortcut for now. Nobody is watching. Maybe tomorrow I will be a good man. No. This is not going to happen. This is a test. I'm sure out of 100 people who are of Cancer Ascendant and Moon sign, maybe one is facing in this intensity, but rest 99 are not spared. They are also facing this. But depending upon the buffer available in the chart, you are being saved with a little bit of trouble, or you are kind of in middle and you are allowed. Your life is going smoothly. But try to observe by keeping your eyes closed what I am saying. This is a blanket energy effect, which means it will impact all Cancer Ascendant and Moon sign and the Cancer Zodiac sign of your horoscope. Allow the change to happen and completely surrender at the feet of Hanuman. 8th house is not a house where you will play with. It's full of surprises, and Saturn and Mars can beat you with surprises. So what should you do? Take it like a game. Don't worry. Let it come. Face it boldly. And those who think it is easy to say, harder to execute, should try once. Because bold expression is the only way ahead. Because it is only in the deepest, darkest corners of the reality is where you find the key of that secret vault, which when opened will give you everything. Because Only the hardship creates the difference. It makes you a genius only if you have faced that hardship. I'm sure this video will at least resonate to some Cancer Ascendant Moon sign natives and some people who are facing problems from the Cancer Zodiac Sign. It is going under tremendous amount of transformation, so don't be scared if things around Cancer Zodiac Sign in your chart changes completely. Let's hope that we absorb the change and watch my Mars transit in Aquarius video, where I've explained how positive this transit can be. Because if Mars is structure, Saturn is discipline. If you combine structure and discipline, you get a fixed lattice crystal, something very solid on which you can rely and stand and safeguard yourself.